My first 100K.
Brought to you by Money Made Here. Today is our very final episode. How do you feel about it being our final episode?
Oh, I think it's been a long while already lah.
Fulfilling journey, right?
It's been quite exciting.
Exactly.
Learn a lot of new things from many people.
Yeah. So for this topic, talking about 5 money habits separate the 100K from the rest. And today we have a special guest with us. Introduce yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Micha. I'm the Deputy Course Chair of Diploma in Banking and Finance in School of Business, Singapore Poly.
Wow, Miss Teo Micha. Okay. So for today's topic, we're talking about like how youth can still save up to 100K before hitting 30 years old. Like as you know, we're just like learning a lot of a lot of money habits here and there. Like what can we really trust and what can we not trust. So today we have sat down and searched out 5 money habits we've seen from online. And we'll be asking and fact-checking with our guest here if she agrees with these facts. Okay. So without further ado, this time into our first habit.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, a bit nervous, but yes. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so the first habit that they always say is treat money like a portfolio and not a paycheck.
Treat money like a, so deep. Treat money like a portfolio, not a paycheck.
Especially on the POV of like a graduating student, like only with a graduating income, postgraduate income. Probably like 3 to 4K.
Okay.
And like since I presume you also like the kind of student back then, right?
Of course.
What would you say to your younger self back then? Like, would you have done the same way?
Okay. I guess when we talk about treating money like a portfolio and not a paycheck, we are looking at how we take the salary and then we, it's like
how we
portfolio.
allocate
how you allocate it, right? Like portfolio investment and all. Yes, I definitely agree with that. I think if I were to think back, not too long ago, when I was just a fresh grad, I do think that it is important to make sure that you don't just see the paycheck comes in and then like I guess a bit like what you guys say, right? Don't treat it as a paycheck. But what I did was I would like to think I'm very disciplined. But essentially, what I will do is I will allocate a part of it to savings first. Yeah, because when I first started working, I told myself that I need to develop 6 months emergency fund.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's
already.
Yeah, so the minute I started working, I told myself that I need to build my 6 months emergency fund first. Yeah, and so I will allocate the money out to. So I will do like a direct transfer to a savings account that I don't touch at all. Yeah, so whatever remaining is what I will then that's where I will take it. I will view it as a portion of it I can use it for my day-to-day expenses. A portion of it I will use it to spend on stuff that I like. But actually over the first 6 months it's not a lot, right? Because ultimately as a fresh grad your pay is not say 10 or 20K. Basically you can't spend too much. Yeah. But I think after I secure the 6 months of emergency fund, things get a lot easier. There are moments where I a little bit tempted to stop the savings portion. Yeah, but I think I guess there are certain techniques to help be more disciplined at front. But yes, I agree that you probably shouldn't see money as your monthly salary as a paycheck, but really to think about how you want to allocate the value very properly. Yeah, I think it's also very dependent on your lifestyle. Actually no, it should be the reverse. Your lifestyle should how do I put it? Your lifestyle should be the one that follow your allocation. Yeah. So say if I only have 3K and I want to allocate 20% of it to savings, then my remaining 80% then I will split accordingly. Then I will spend within that. Yeah. I think it takes a lot of discipline. Yes. Yeah.
And you were able to keep to this discipline since your first paycheck?
Yes. I guess also because I have siblings, right, older siblings, and I saw their spending pattern. So when you're young, your parents will open a savings account and you will save, right? You will put your piggy bank money in. So when they first started, I think studying like uni or poly, then my parents just gave them, this is your savings account. Now you manage your money. Yeah, then it's gone. So basically, I saw how come it's gone? Yeah, because so I always remember that. I don't want to be like them. Yeah, and I guess that's why it kind of made me be like that. Yeah, but I managed to stick to it. Yeah.
Was there nothing that you like really wanted to spend big on immediately? I mean, your first paycheck must be pretty exciting.
Actually, of course there will be a lot of temptations to say like, buy things that people have. Yeah, and I think when I started out my career I was in the banking industry, and then like the people around you, they are all of a certain lifestyle habits, so there's of course a little bit of pressure to follow and all. I still remember I always wanted to get my first Ferragamo. Like it's a brand, like it's a...
Is that a bag?
Yeah, bag or shoes. So I'm very into like the Ferragamo shoes. Yeah, also because like everyone around you is just wearing it, right?
Are you
So
wearing it
no,
now?
I'm not. Okay. Yeah, so but I did. So but so it was very tempting, like you said, like my first paycheck, wow, I can finally buy it. But to me it's like no. My 6 months emergency fund comes
Wow,
first.
I really stick to it.
Yeah, I mean of course eventually I did buy it with my first bonus. But then again, bonus, the quantum is bigger, right? So then that portion of, let's say, the 10% that I can spend on other stuff, the amount is bigger. So I use that to buy. Yeah, so I still get, just that it's a delayed thing. Yeah.
Must have been real expensive. It
Actually,
must have been delayed for
I mean,
such a
yes,
long time.
it's quite like, and I don't want to fall into a case of like, post-purchase dissonance. Like, I buy already, that I regret. So I take like a very long time to think about
It's
it.
kind of smart actually. Like I take 2 months to think about something expensive to buy.
Yeah, correct.
Because
Because
I'll still buy after that.
yeah, actually, if you
Yeah.
still want it, means you really want it,
Yeah,
right?
correct,
Then
correct.
you will buy. Yeah. So to me, that's how I manage my own emotions. Yeah, a little bit here and there, but yes.
Can I ask, was there anything you've like done better during your early graduation, like post-grad years? Like maybe you could have tried like doing more out of like the comfort zone, like also using the saving money to also do like investment or anything?
Yes, I guess yes, okay. I think when we start working, of course you get less time, right? So when you get less
Yeah.
time, then you want to focus on your career. So I mean, if you think about it, you work from like 9 to 6, and sometimes you work extra time. So that's like maybe 9 to 9. So you don't have much time for like thinking about, how do I grow my money? Yeah, so perhaps that's something that I never, I mean, if I were to restart, I would want to do that better. Yeah, to really be more disciplined in looking at how to grow my money. Yeah, because sometimes you just like, I mean, yeah, we just put aside, we just invest in like, safe stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff that I was very comfortable with. But was I really there to look at my investment portfolio very diligently? Not really, yeah. I
Were
mean,
you already exposed to the
I was
investment world?
exposed, yeah, just that I don't have the capacity to think about it. Yeah, so I mean, you only have 24 hours a day, right? Yeah, so if I were to redo like the starting part of my career, I'll probably be more disciplined in really looking at how to grow my money. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think also what you brought up just now about allocating your money immediately into savings it ties in very well to our second habit, which is
Okay.
how you automate your
Yes,
paychecks and stuff instead of like letting your emotions
Yes.
So is that something that is something more feasible if you really immediately push the paycheck
Yes.
straight into your
Yes.
various accounts and
Yes,
investments and stuff?
Yes, I think that's helpful because when you see money, you get very tempted to do a lot of things with it, right? But that was what I did. Like, so when my paycheck come in, I will do a monthly recurring transfer. I'll just transfer it out to...
Oh, less systemated is
Yeah,
it?
correct. So like every month, once my paycheck come in, that fixed amount of money will be transferred out to my other savings account. And that savings account, I don't have ATM card for it. I don't have... I mean, I do have like mobile banking, internet banking for the other savings account, but I don't go and look at it. Yeah, so I literally transfer it there, which brings into my first point, right? If I could have redid it, I would probably use the savings account to invest. I mean, to really look into that savings. But for me, I just like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the money that I transfer out. It's just blind to me, and I just let it sit there. So that is like automation. So what you don't see, you don't touch. Yeah, that's my idea.
It was just never there lah, basically.
Yeah, so to me, it's just like, okay, when my paycheck come in, my remaining amount is just that 60%, for example, or just the remaining percentage. Yeah, so by automating it, I think by automating it, you're also trying to cut out your own temptation to, okay, maybe this month I want to do something, or I want to travel. So yeah, I guess once you automate it, then the the act of unautomating it takes effort. Yeah.
But can I ask, like, this savings account, has it helped you reach your first 100K earlier? Do you think it helps you reach earlier than your other peers, or like you think it's still on the same path as them?
I think it probably helps a little bit. It would be better if I look into investing that amount of money instead of just let it be idle cash. But definitely because I think a lot of my peers, they have a habit of just spend then whatever remaining, that's what I have. Yeah, so and I can't speak of like all my peers, but a couple of them, yeah, they probably will be like, hey, why are you so particular about how you spend your money, or why are you so like, yeah. But to me, I tell them like, yeah, because I really want to set aside this amount, I really don't want to touch it, yeah. And I do think I achieved 100K earlier than them. I do think so.
Yes. We can also ask like another question. I think the CPF part or the safe deposit help you reach 100K faster. Like, which part do you think is heavier content with
The CPF part or my savings part?
Yeah, because like in a previous podcast we talked about CPF, about how it was help you accumulate compound and
Yes, correct.
from like your paycheck.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So I mean CPF is the whole idea of disciplined savings, or growing for your retirement pot, right? So when I say like when I grow my first 100K, actually it's a bit like the CPF money is blind to me also. Yeah, so essentially when my pay comes in, it's blind to these two parts. Does it make sense? So when I say that I achieved my first 100K, it did not include CPF, because to me CPF is something that it's not mine to me. Yeah, the 20% that is out is not mine. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So your first 100K before 30, you are talking about?
I'm taking from my
CPF.
take home pay. Yeah, I'm taking my take home pay, and then from there, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, because to me CPF money, I think CPF comes in very helpful when you want to eventually buy your first home. Yeah, and of course the healthcare aspect. Yeah, because you do have the MediSave account that really does help you. Yeah, so for me CPF is it's something that is blind to me. Yeah, I will only activate it when I need to, which is in the sense of like, let's say buying my first home, and I need to put in my first down payment, which is because the quantum is large. Yeah, so to me it's secondary. I kind of know it's there. Yeah, I will only tap on it when it comes to housing, when it comes to medical.
So when you were buying your first house, was that before or after you already attained this 100K?
I think it was probably after we 20. After no, before, sorry, before, because I graduated 1 year.
So even with the house, you think it's still possible to still have this 100K, or?
Yeah, it is. I think I mean, because that depends on how you see it, right? Because like housing can be considered as an asset, right? Yeah, and of course our local property market is a whole alternative investment altogether, which we shall not touch, right? But generally, I bought my first flat 1 year into my job.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
First flat.
Yeah, but of course it's not like it's built to order, right? Which you guys probably should know, HDB, BTO. Yeah, which to me I think is something that is really well, of course there are a lot of market sentiments about how HDB is now very expensive, it's like $1 million HDB and all. But actually the entry level for BTO I think it's actually okay and attainable. And because I think then and there, I mean I never really follow the property market as much now, but generally when I remember when I have to first you bid, right? I mean, you basically ballot for the flat, and then you get your queue number, like yay! And then, so I remember when we had to pay, if I'm not wrong, it's the first 5%.
Oh.
Yeah. So that 5% of the quantum could be paid off from your CPF. Then, if I remember, because I don't remember like really taking out a lot. I don't remember. It wasn't like painful enough for me to say, I need to fork out this amount. But of course, that is BTO, and to me, I'm comfortable with having that. Yeah, of course I have peers who straight away went in to buy a private.
Wow, straight away?
Yeah, so